Well, good morning. It's a rare, calm day in that there's almost no wind, so I haven't been able to do very much outdoor filming because the wind has just been horrible and it makes it feel so cold. So I think it's only about +2 Celsius, but without the wind it feels pretty balmy. So good morning, good morning. I'm Sean the Book Maniac. Welcome back to my channel. And I'm not sure I have much to say. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I've read for about an hour, and even though I don't work until 5:30 p.m., I am out for the day. I sometimes seem to do better if I can't take naps at home. I just seem to get more reading done when I'm out for the day. I don't know why that is. Or it feels like I do. So today my plan is to finish the Cameroonian novel Houseboy by Ferdinand Oyono, and I've got about 50 pages left or something. And the Murakami, South of the Border, West of the Sun, or whatever it's called. And I've got about 150 pages of that. So I got my reading cut out for me. But the Murakami's a breezy prose to read. So I don't think I'll have any trouble, especially since I'm getting such an early start. And I'm going to, I think, my favorite cafe for reading in Tokyo, and it's in my old neighborhood, Sasazuka. It's a chain cafe called Excelsior, and so there's many Excelsior cafes in Tokyo, but I only love this one. I don't love them all. There's just something about the layout of this and the chairs, even though they don't look comfortable, they hit my back just right, and I can sit there for hours. And I've been drinking, smoking, teaching private English lessons, and reading there for a decade now, almost. It was just a few months short of a decade. And I swear the manager must be gay, because the waiters are all, speaking of drop dead gorgeous, the waiters are all drop dead gorgeous all the time. And the uniform is very, very tight slacks. Yeah, so there's lots to enjoy at this cafe. I'll try to get as much of that on camera as I can this morning. So my plan is to read there till lunchtime, have lunch somewhere, and then head over to the part of town where, okay, check this out. Head out to the part of town where I teach and go to a Starbucks there. This is kind of quite a long preview of my day, but that Starbucks has really comfortable seats around a table. They're quite cushy. I think I've said this before about life in Japan, but sleeping in public is completely socially acceptable in a way that it just isn't in the West, or at least not in Canada. People sleep everywhere, on the train and in cafes and restaurants, on the street all night in the summer. So those chairs are so comfortable that I usually do take a short nap sitting there. So I'll try to film that. But as long as I get these 2 novels done, I brought the other 2 books in progress that aren't officially part of Read Your Shelves, just in case I have time. But goal number 1, finish the Oyono and the Murakami. Here goes nothing. Tall guy waiting, the waiter guy. Oh my God. appetite for the 1 pound, but enough money for the half. Oh yeah, baby, oh yeah. Well, that was no good. $20 steak. It's almost impossible to find a affordable, decent steak in Japan. I will never go back there. Had no taste. Ugh. Hey, so you can't really see it. It's hard to get it in the frame, but the big building directly behind me, that's the Japanese White House. That's where the Japanese Prime Minister lives. I worked in this area for years and years before I ever figured out what that was. It's a very distinctive looking building, and I didn't learn what the hell it was for until earlier this year. Anyway, that's where Shinzo Abe lives, and that's why there's always police. Actually, today there are none, but there's usually a police barricade and stuff here. And the American embassy is also near here. And one time when Obama was visiting Japan, I was walking down this street on my way to teach at the office where I teach a few times a week, and Obama's limo went by half a block from me, and I knew it was his because I knew the embassy was here and I knew he was in town, and there was a whole bunch of Japanese people on the street waving. That's as close as I ever got to Obama. Anyway, I did it. I finished those 2 novels. I'm really tired, so I'm kind of debating whether I should try to talk about the Iono novel from Cameroon and the Murakami novel, and I give them both 4 stars. So I like them a lot. I had problems with the Murakami, but I couldn't not give it 4 stars because of the ending. I thought the ending was really quite well done, and it's the first Murakami novel that I've read since I became aware of how much lots of women readers don't like his stuff or don't like his portrayal of women, and I could really see it in this, except for the ending, where I thought it was quite a feminist ending, but you know, what do I know? It felt like that to me, that the put-upon wife really kind of stood up for herself and confronted him in a loving way, but in a powerful way. So that's what made me give it. I was hovering at around a 3 until then, but no, the ending really worked. So, maybe that's all I'll say about that one. And the Iono, nothing ever quite matched the power of that opening, which was the frame around within which the other story was embedded. Well, it wasn't. Maybe it would have been better. It wasn't a frame because we never got back to that character that I talked about on day 1, I think, of this. It's raining, so I'm a little distracted, and I'm going into this combini when I finish talking to you, Lawson, buy a snack. But yeah, it's raining, so but it was still powerful. Yeah, it was. I think I need to think about that novel. I mean, it was nothing of a boy, I'm tired. I've been reading pretty much non-stop since 8 o'clock this morning, except for that dreadful steak lunch and the train travel. Even then I was reading. But the two African literary masterpieces, in my opinion, I think everybody agrees about the Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, and the one I read late last year by the Kenyan writer. Yeah, my mind's a blank. It was called Weep Not Child by Wationgo. Those two are literary masterpieces, and this one was not a literary masterpiece, but it still was really quite powerful. Yeah, I really liked it. I'll maybe have more to say in a full review or on my Friday reads. That's about as much as my brain can articulate at this time of day after a reading marathon day. And then I did read 3 more chapters of Queen Mary and half of a Madeleine Tien story, so I've done well. All I'm going to do when I get home tonight is drink a lot of wine and put this vlog together and maybe one other review. So I guess I gotta go. It's been a great read your shelves. It's been a great read your shelves. I loved it. It was really fun. Black History Month starts tomorrow. Thanks for watching.